Hello everyone, MeanSpeed here with another Renegade Line video. Now, this actually isn't going to be a news or an update video, since I still think there hasn't really been enough to talk about for a proper length video up to this point, since my last video. But this is still Renegade Line related, in that I'm going to be talking about a suggestion I thought of alongside Postman Jeppz back in October last year, shortly after the forums were released actually, where I did post a thread regarding this. But yeah, basically I'm going to make a video version of that thread for a few reasons. I mean, the first is I don't really have any ideas for uploading at the moment, so I thought this would be a good filler. And also, like I said, there's not really much going on with Renegade Line to actually fill a proper length video, at least in my opinion. Basically right now, all that's happened is, since my last video, is just things regarding objects. There's a guessing contest on the forums where people are supposed to guess what the object is and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure up to all of the stuff they've shown on that, I couldn't really get a long video out of it. I might get a video out of it when they go back to the old theme scheme of basically, giving us more stuff. Maybe in the form of a video or just information, but I mean, a few objects, I mean, it's hard to say too much about them. But yeah, I mean, I could try, but I'm just waiting for them to basically show more stuff. So maybe when that game is almost finished, or maybe when there's a lot that's been shown from it. But yeah, but also some people prefer to listen to stuff rather than to read. So, and that thread that I made was a lot of text. It was pretty text heavy. So yeah, and also, to be honest, I was planning to do a video version of this anyway, in order to get more thoughts and feedback on it, since, understandably, not everyone checks the Renegade Line forums, and it's highly likely that you missed it, and you didn't see it when it was made all those months ago. So yeah, I'm basically going to read off what it says in the thread, and if you already did see the thread, yeah, this video might be a bit boring, or it might seem pretty lazily made, but I do really want more people to know these ideas that Jeppz and I had. I'd also like to quickly give credit to my brother. He actually created this image that you can see right now, which is basically what the logo for the game might be like on the website, or in the game, on the forums, whatever, during a Halloween themed event. So yeah, and that moves me nicely on to actually telling you what the suggestion is about, which is basically holiday and themed events for the game. So yeah, I'm pretty much just going to read straight from the thread now. So yeah, it reads, yeah, basically the two of us, Jeppz and I, thought it would be sweet to have annual events in the game. We came up with detailed ideas for Easter, summer, Halloween, Christmas/holiday, and New Year's. So all of these events follow a similar structure along the lines of a suitable task or objective, followed by in-game tokens or credits, then weapon skins and clothing. So yeah, so I'm going to start in the order I started with, which is kind of appropriate to the picture, which is the Halloween event. So yeah, the idea for this one is basically for one of the early Halloween events, so it isn't too over the top. It's more simplified, as development will most likely be more advanced and fast-paced in the future. So this is just kind of like an early one for maybe the first event. Pardon me, but yeah. So the ideas we had for this were, when the event starts, everyone could be granted a free, limited time and event exclusive emote, and that would basically be used near enemies to scare them to earn tokens. And you'd also earn bonus tokens for using the gesture on the kill cam after killing someone. This is another idea. Everyone would be able to interact with houses on a dark or spooky map to trick or treat people, or AI or something, to get tokens. Another idea: after someone is killed, there'd be a chance they leave behind a ghost, which you'd use an event weapon, once again free and limited time and exclusive to that event, to capture or suck up the ghosts with a sort of a ghost busting gun of sorts, and you get tokens for every ghost caught as well. So yeah, these tokens will be used to redeem weapon skins for free. However, the clothing items would be only available through real money, and this applies to all of the event suggestions in the idea as well. So yeah, and I'll go back. I'll go into more detail at the end, like I said in the thread on this. But yeah, the weapon skins could be dark, pumpkin related, or feature black and orange, or bats, for example, just sort of colors you see around Halloween. The paid clothing could include a witch broom, a candy corn scarf, Frankenstein hat, a pumpkin head, stuff like that. No, I'm not going to say let's just rip off the skeleton sets. But yeah, this next one is for a Halloween event a few years, after a few years of development, maybe not like a few years, maybe just 1 year or something. But yeah, this idea is for one of the events when the developers are actually in a stage where the development for the game is incredibly fast-paced and solid, or at least better than early stages. And this would obviously take more dev time to implement, but yeah. So the first idea was basically a new game mode could be introduced, where players aren't against each other, but actually instead working together in a co-op survival mode. Yeah, against zombies or any other Halloween-related monster that you could think of, really. Doesn't have to be zombies. You'd earn candy based on every wave you survive or how many zombies you kill. And then once again, you'd use the candy as tokens in exchange for free weapon skins that have a Halloween theme to them, like a shotgun with a spider and a web design on it, or a pistol in the candy corn style. The skins could be in high quality or more detailed as you progress, so a skin worth the most amount of candy would look a lot more attractive than one of the earlier and easier to unlock ones. This would obviously encourage people to continue playing during the event to get all of them, to unlock all of them. So the paid Halloween clothing could include a ghost costume, a skeleton suit, oh, I did put that in there, okay, a zombie outfit and more. So yeah, the zombie mode, obviously, I mean, it might be possible to add it as a permanent mode after the event ends, but without the event benefits, obviously the tokens. But I don't know. It's up to what you guys think in terms of if you think that's a good idea to have a mode for an event only and then change it and say, okay guys, right, we're going to have it in the game normally. I don't know. It might seem out of place, but yeah. Moving on. This is going to be for the Easter event. So the first idea we had was there'd be an Easter egg hunt, where eggs spawn in random and hard to reach spots and hidden spots on maps, and walking up to an egg and pressing a certain key or just walking over it would give you a small amount of XP and that egg, which would count as a token. Basically, another idea we had was there could be, just a simple mechanic where you get eggs for killing someone during the event. I mean, that's pretty easy to do, to be honest. And the final one is basically another event exclusive and limited time weapon could be released and given to everyone, such as an egg launcher. I'm not suggesting it would act like a dragon's fire, but just saying. An egg launcher which will give you eggs when you got kills with it. To add some challenge, the weapon could be a bit weak compared to normal weapons, and maybe that could be the same for some of the other ones I'm going to talk about. And I think it is actually. The weapon skins could be egg coloured or patterned, and maybe with a rabbit or a chick design as well. And chocolate weapon skins would be quite nice and sweet, literally. The paid clothing could be a bunny suit, a carrot, a chick hat, a chocolate bar in your mouth or something like that. Yeah, just anything Easter related. So moving on, next one is going to be the summer event. So this event could take place on a map that is summer themed, like a beach, for example. I think that'd be really nice. Yeah, this one, of course, could stay in the game after the event itself ends, because it's more of something that could be for any time, But yeah, once again, we get two. Okay, yeah, two. Right. So for this one, the idea was we get 2 free limited time and event exclusive weapons. So the first one's going to be a water gun, the second one's going to be water balloons. The water gun would replace the primary weapon, and the balloons would replace any explosives. You'd get summer tokens, which could be like a sun icon or something, I don't know. If you soaked someone for a certain amount of time, so maybe just a few seconds, with the water gun, or if you landed direct hit with the water balloon. These weapons wouldn't do real damage and would be purely for getting tokens and having some fun. And also, they wouldn't properly replace your other weapons. You could choose to swap them for your other weapons during the event, and you could obviously switch back and forth whenever you wanted to. But yeah, there should be a cap to the amount of tokens you can earn per day, though, to prevent abuse or stat padding, because obviously all you have to do is just fire it at someone. yeah, so the weapon skins could be beach themed or water themed, with sun, sand, water being used. The paid clothing could include beach gear, a snorkel, armbands, a rubber duck safety ring. I don't know. The game is still just a fun cartoon shooter after all. So yeah, moving on to the Christmas/holiday event. So the first idea is everyone would get snowballs to use for a limited amount of time during the event, and you'd get tokens for hitting someone with a snowball. The snowball would be thrown like a grenade, but it would travel differently, obviously, as it would be lighter and travel faster, making it, maybe a bit more difficult to hit people with, something you're not really used to using. Another idea, the flag on CTF, assuming we will get CTF, would be replaced with a big present, and bringing the present back to the base or wherever the point is would reward everyone who contributed to the capture with tokens. So, someone who picked it up but died trying to capture it, someone who killed someone who was shooting at the guy who had the present, something like that, a contribution basically. Or everyone in the team could get a share of the tokens, but the people who contributed would get more. Another idea, there could also be a calendar with discounts each day on in-game and lockables and in-game currency weapons and such, and a free Christmas item on the 24th of December, and the discounts could last until the 30th of December. Now, the weapon skins could have snowflakes on them and maybe a present or a wrapping or like a ribbon type skin. Christmas lights could also be put onto weapons when the developers obviously have time for that, because obviously it would be an animated thing, and the colours would change. The paid clothing could be winter stuff like jumpers and scarves, and to be honest, there could also be Santa suits and maybe even a snowman costume. That would be pretty nice. But yeah, the final one that we thought of to sort of wrap up a whole year of events basically is the New Year's event. So we could get a free limited time firework launcher that would give you tokens after you fire it into the sky after completing an objective, a mission, getting a kill or leveling up as a form of celebration for doing something interesting in the game. This event would be smaller than the others and would require less tokens to get weapon skins because of that, because it's always annoying in a game when an event doesn't last that long but you still have to do a lot, so you'd have to grind through it and it wouldn't be very fun. So yeah, the weapon skins could have balloons and sparkler effects on them, and the paid clothing could be party hats, general party costumes, and just stuff people wear for fancy dress like a builder set or a police uniform. And the clothing, like this event, the clothing in this event could be kept in the store after the event, and to be honest would be the first sets released for the new year. So yeah, the general event information, because I didn't really go over this much at the start. So the tokens that would change in appearance suited to each event would be earned for completing event tasks and objectives. Tokens could then be used in exchange for weapon skins that would go up in quality to encourage players to complete the event and collect everything. And obviously, who doesn't want to get everything? But yeah, also clothing would be paid only and would be exclusive to the event, apart from New Year's. Tokens could be stacked and stay on your account even after an event ends to use for the next time that specific event comes around. And with every new event comes another new weapon skin, and if you missed out on last year's summer, for example, now you have an extra few skins to earn on top of the ones from the year that you missed. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, I've been talking for longer now. I mean, to be honest, anyone watching this could have read through the whole thread by now instead of listening to all of this. But well done if you did make it this far, Jesus. But yeah, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, basically a few people have replied to this. I think there are about 4 pages now, maybe a bit more on the thread. I do have to constantly bump it though to get more people to maybe look at it, let alone comment. But a few people from Raw Vengeance said something on it. One of the big topics was should any of it be free? Just the event, so not like paid DLC, but I mean just the event being free, and then you still have to pay for all the skins and everything. But my point that I brought up was that basically weapon skins not really that hard to notice in a third-person shooter. They are in a first-person shooter, but not in a third-person shooter. Same goes for the clothing. So the clothing is more noticeable in a third-person shooter. So that's why I said Basically, the clothing you'd have to spend real money for, but the weapon skins, because they wouldn't be that noticeable and as cool, in my opinion at least, then those could be free. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, thoughts, whatever on this idea, that would be very appreciated, because I do find it hard to get people to talk about things in general, you know, let alone Renegade Line. So yeah, any comments, or if you want to, you know, say something on the thread, that would be nice, whatever. But yeah, just hopefully you like this video. Hopefully the length of it is compensating for not uploading in 2 weeks. Maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time with maybe another Renegade Line video. Maybe it'll come to the texture modding video. Or maybe I'll revisit Battle Videos 42. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time.